didn't see it.
I was looking at it.
Boo.
No, I said it's working now, but at first it wasn't.
We'll see.
Are you recording already?
Yeah. Mm.
And we bag.
Episode 26.
Time's been flying.
It has.
26.
Episode 26, and we live. How you feeling?
Pretty good. How you feeling about our journey so far? From 1 to 26.
I like the changes that we've made in the content. Like, I like how we changed from the phone to the camera. I like how we I like the lighting. I like the fact that now we started shooting. We did this a while ago, but we started shooting more in the day. Because at first we were doing it at night and we were fucked up and like almost incoherent. I think this is probably the first time we've had a drink on a podcast in a long time.
Yeah, because the last couple episodes I think we did in the morning time. So
yeah,
we were drinking coffee.
I
was drinking. Yeah, I had
a little spiky spike.
A little spike in my joint.
A little spiky spike. There's other things that I wish we got the merch up already. I wish I had some better editing software. I wish we had upgraded the audio by now. So I wish we would have like. Hey, so if anybody wants an unpaid internship and wants to edit and run social media, let me know. It is unpaid, but if we ever get monetized, you will be paid.
Yeah.
Right. But hit me in the DMs on Instagram, and I got you.
It's definitely been a process and like a learning experience. Cause I remember when we first came up with this idea and this concept, it seemed so simple. Like we were so bushy eyed and then just like eager to get it going. And then like as you start to do it, you start realizing like certain stuff.
I don't think it seemed simple. I think it seemed easy. It's a difference. It was complex. We knew like I feel like we gauged the complexity of it pretty well.
Yeah.
But it's not as easy as we thought it would be.
Yeah. Yeah. That's better. That's a better choice. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely more challenges. Yeah, man. It's funny. I was talking to Nick about that. I think, and like talking about like just like using Joe Rogan for instance, like looking at Joe Rogan from if you go back and look at one of his first uploads, or like pretty much anybody that starts down a journey of creating content. You
also got to realize that when he started, the technology was atrocious.
Yeah,
he was using like a laptop camera.
Right. But still, I don't think. I don't know. I'm not gonna start throwing out like years of when Joe Rogan really became big, but he is a famous individual in his own right. He had a good amount of chunk of money at his disposal.
Yeah.
So, but it's interesting though. It's been pretty good. I think we did a good job at like setting our expectations of like what we really wanted to achieve and like what we were really expecting to get out of it from like at a minimal point. Yeah. But yeah, I think a lot of people that jump into like doing a podcast and stuff like that realize how hard it is.
Yeah,
it's definitely way harder for you than me.
It has a lot to go into it, yeah.
Cause you do the sound and the editing, everything. I'm just a nice face to look at. Depends on who you ask, but
Fair enough.
um, yeah. What's up though? So how's your mental? We gotta do our check in. How's your mental?
Mental's good. Mental's good. Uh, yeah, no complaints there. You?
Pretty good. I wouldn't say I'm bad. I'm just in a my motor's going type of mindset.
You're what?
My motor, my wheels are turning,
Oh,
which is why
it should be.
like I started pinging you more about like the merch side of things. Like yo, we need to start getting some merch.
Dog, I told you, I'm ready.
I know.
I've been talking about merch like for a minute now.
Talking and doing is different.
I've been trying to do.
No, stop, bro. You know. No, bro.
I've been saying, look, I'm the one that's been ready for it, and you're the one that said let's hold off until X.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I definitely said. I still stand by my statement of in the beginning when you wanted to start pushing merch, that would have been too much. We just had a whole little conversation about how podcasting isn't as easy as we thought. So imagine trying to uh be successful with launching merch along with that. Like,
I think we would have been more successful then than we will be when we launch, because the really, dude. Because
right, bro, what's up?
look, I think we would have been more successful then because there was more. I'll be frank, there was more hype and support when we first launched than there is now.
Right.
Right, we still got plenty of people that are like every week tune in or every episode tune in. But like you look at episode 1, it has like almost 4 times the amount of views as like, well, actually probably more like 10 times the amount of views than like our regular releases get.
Yeah.
And I think so. So if we would have rode that wave, we would have had more initial success. And who knows what effect that would have had. I mean, we'll get there. I mean, it's no big deal. Figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's just like starting the podcast. Like it, like there. If you're waiting for the time to feel right, you'll never do it. Like look at the day we actually started putting this together. I showed up at your house. I said we're doing this, and we went furniture shopping. Like we ordered all the equipment off Amazon.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, time to go furniture shopping. And we went furniture. Like it's just, it didn't feel right, but it'll never feel right. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thinking about it. I still remember that day like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Like scrolling on the phone, looking at like sound thing. I'm like, bro, I have no idea. And you like, bro, I have no idea either. And we was like, all right, it got good reviews, and we read a bunch of vlogs, and was like,
put it in the cart.
All right, put it in the cart, bro. Yeah, even from like the lighting we got is different.
Yeah, I mean, it could there's definitely some upgrades to be had, but
yeah, I mean, come on, all right, Rome wasn't built in a day. we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But yeah, so mentally, I'm in another one of those stages that I get in every so often where I feel like I'm being stagnant and I'm not elevating. So I'm just trying to figure out. Not even figure out. I'm trying to make that next step. Because like you said, no time is going to be the right time. Or every time you start to think about something like, all right, should I do this now? It's so easy to talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
Or like me and Nick go back because Nick is always like my voice of reason. But he's also that person that will end up poking so many holes to where he'll like deflate it and just, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, like
sometimes you gotta roll with the holes, like and bro, just patch them as you go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I understand all these cons that you're talking about, but let's focus on the pros. And he like, nah. He's, Nick's not the risk taker when it comes to like putting money towards something or like in a career. Like Nick's not a risk taker. He's very calculated in other aspects of life. Yeah, but he's still kind of voice of reason in that stuff too. But mentally, so physically, how you feeling physically?
Good. I'm feeling good. I mean, I a little bit of soreness, but it's like so like I got like pain in my shoulders and my legs, but it's made my workouts better because like I get angry when like I feel
Get
pain
angry.
because like I feel like I do enough to not like I take vitamins, I take supplements, I drink water, I exercise regularly. I've implemented more like mobility shit to like stretch and all that stuff. And like I still feel this like certain pain in certain areas and I'm like I do enough to not feel this, so I shouldn't feel this. So now I'm angry. And then like that's when I have my best workouts. So like I start physical therapy next month. I don't have like an injury or nothing. Just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with like I wouldn't even call it joint pain. It's more like tendon pain, like ligament pain. Like I got like my ACL is a little. I don't know what's wrong with it. I gotta look at it, but something wrong with my knee buckled lifting something heavy. And it was a
I
bad
think
day.
you're just getting old, bro.
Nah. Nope.
Okay, you're just getting older. Cause what
But
you?
I am getting older. Yeah.
35,
Fuck you.
34.
No, bitch.
All right, hold on. Cause we just talked about a timeline.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really that good at math. 33.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, you getting up there.
No, I'm not.
I mean, you got over the hump, which is 30, and I mean, what do I know?
You'll see. You'll see when you get to 30, you're gonna be like, dog. I still feel like I'm 24.
Negative.
You will.
Negative. I don't feel like that now. Bitch, I feel like I'm 60. Shit hurt.
I feel like 26.
No, I like okay. So like my mentality, my like inside, I still feel like I'm that high school kid. Like I feel like I can still do a lot, but my body, no, bro. I told you when I was building the pavilion, bro, climbing up and down the ladder, moving lumber, bro, my knees and stuff was. I would lay out in the bed at night, bro. My knees felt like they was on fire. I'm not no young pup. I'm gonna be the first one to tell you, bitch. I feel 60.
Nah, I don't.
Shit.
Like when I have my pain is only like through exertion. Like I feel fine. Like after a workout, I feel great. Like after doing labor, unless I get sunburned, which that's a different story. But like, I feel fine. Like I feel great.
I feel broke dick.
Shit. I feel like I could work out 3 times a day if I wanted to.
Negative. But I got one.
Which is absurd. But I know.
I can work out. Okay, it depends on what you talk about as far as me working out. I'm not lifting anything over probably 135. All right, we keeping it low reps. I mean low weight, high reps, control. I give you that twice a day. I can't give you 3 times a day. Daddy got to fit a nap in there somewhere. All right, body got to rejuvenate. But you talk about like I was working out with my boys. He's probably like 5 years younger than me. He in there trying to stack the weight on. So come on, now big fella. How many plates them is? Okay, we're gonna take all them off. I'm gonna just do the machine. You know, I gotta loosen up, bro. I gotta warm up. I gotta do all that, man. I can't just man. Maybe it's because I play sports. I don't know what it is. But your boy, I'm telling you, I was building with my knees on. I had ice on both knees, man. So soaking in the Epsom salt.
Oh man, I ain't never done that.
So physically, I mean, I could be worse. I don't work out as much as I used to, which it's just I don't eat as bad, I guess.
I don't eat. I could eat better, but
I definitely I didn't say I definitely eat better. But I feel like I'm in like a.
I mean, I would say so too. After you just smashed that McDonald's.
Whoa! Take it easy, bro. Which is funny. So like a couple years ago, there's somebody I work with. They always talk about McDonald's. This is like when I was at the peak of like me working out. You know, where I was all about working out, eating, drinking my protein shakes, all this stuff. So talking about me, I'm like, oh, bro, you sick, bro. Probably either last year, or the year before last. I was like, man, I ain't had McDonald's in like years. I'm gonna go to McDonald's. But I ain't look back. I probably get McDonald's probably once a month now, and I love it. It's glorious. I feel my arteries clogging as I eat it. Is the bag? It looks terrible. The people at McDonald's look they probably spitting my food or dropped on the floor. I don't care. It's delicious, glorious, best meal I have, bro. I feel like that. I feel like that 3-year-old kid. I can't say 6-year-old kid being so excited for my parents would say we can get McDonald's. I feel like that all over. So physically, I'm feeling pretty.
I'm
good.
actually a little upset you didn't ask me if I wanted anything. That's all right though.
You know what's funny? I thought about it,
Mm-hmm.
but then I said, I've known you long enough that when it comes to food, you either already ate or you already have a plan for it. If you already ate, obviously you don't want to eat, and if you already have a plan, you don't like to deviate. When you have something, when he has something in his mind, bro, you don't like nothing is getting you off of that. Like when it comes to anything, when you made your mind up about something, if you say, "Hey, I'm gonna eat a pile of bricks for dinner," and I come to you like, "Hey, bro, nah, bump that. I'm taking you out to the finest steak, and I'm paying." Nah, bro, I'm eating these pile of bricks, bro. Nah, I already got it figured out. I got it measured out. I got the bricks set up. Nah, bro, I'm good. It's that bad. So I already know you, so that's why I didn't call you like, hey, cause you. Am I right? Did you already eat?
No.
Do you have a plan for what you're gonna eat?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, but it's because it's the only thing in my refrigerator.
But if I would have called and
I
asked
would
you,
have got something, yeah.
really?
100%.
Wow, that's surprising. Curveball.
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 I got to keep you on your toes, baby.
But that's not the case, bro. I always unless also too I noticed I stopped because I was like, if we either hanging out or filming or anything like that, unless beforehand I'm like, hey bro, we gonna cook this and this, have the groceries. Unless we make those plans, most time food I'm ass out. Cause you either ate already,
Yeah.
or you got
That's
stuff
true.
playing for food that I don't want.
That's true.
So it's like
That's true.
I know better.
So you know what I did Saturday?
Time out, hold on. Last one. Emotionally.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. You?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. You know what I did Saturday?
What? Went to the casino?
No. Saw Ed Sheeran live.
I knew that. How was that?
Insane.
First of all, hold on. What made you decide to go see Ed Sheeran?
My pops asked me if I wanted to go.
You who?
Pops?
He like Ed Sheeran?
Yeah. Ed Sheeran's that dude.
No, I like Ed Sheeran too. I don't think I would go see him in concert though.
Well then you'd be mistaken. Because this man is on another level. First of all, Khalid was supposed to open for him, but he got in a car accident. Wasn't nothing too serious.
Okay.
So tell me why, like, we get there, like, probably like 15 minutes prior to when Khalid would have gone on. And so the sun's it's at FedEx Field. It's 80,000 people. This man's selling out stadiums.
Dang.
And yeah. And so we show up. We had good seats. I'll show you pictures and video after this. But like the sun's still up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you just hear people yelling and screaming. You look over, and here comes Ed Sheeran. He's just walking out. And he gets on stage, and he's like, "Hey, everybody, Khalid was in a car accident, so he's not going to open for me today, but so I guess I'll be your opening act. And I'll just perform some songs that's not on the set list tonight." So he just came out with his guitar and like he played mostly songs from his new album, and just decided to just play. There's no like wild production, nothing like that. Just I'm just gonna y'all pay. He didn't have to do that. He could just stay backstage and
Y'all
like
been sit out there.
people weren't even in their seats yet. Like half the stadium was still empty because people were still coming in, and he's just up there with his guitar, the main act, just with his guitar.
He probably had a white T-shirt on. Then.
Yep, it's a white tee on, right? And then like he was saying, last time I opened for somebody, I was like handing out cards and promoting my MySpace, right? So he's like, so after every song, because people are still coming in, after every song, he's like, hey everybody, my name's Ed Sheeran, I'm your opening act today. Check out my MySpace / Ed Sheeran. Like, just kicking it like it. He played a state, not an arena, a stadium with somewhere between 70 and 80,000 people.
It was that many people.
So FedEx Field sits 71,000, but the stage was in the center, and there's people on the floor, packed. I'll show you the pictures. So I say somewhere between 70 and 80,000. So here's the crazy shit about Ed Sheeran. So then he's like, all right, well, I gotta go back in and do a wardrobe change, which is a black T-shirt, and I'll be back out. So here's the thing: it's a 360 stage, right? So in the center, it had like a plus sign that was like steps that came up to like the little platform, but that shit like rose up and went down. The outer rim of the stage rotated, right? So he on the center, and then in 4 spots on the rotating part, he had microphone stands and loop pedals machines, foot loop pedal machines. Every song that's his, so this doesn't include his collab songs, right? Every song that's his, there's no band, there's no production, like there's no DJ, there's no one in the stadium playing his music. He builds every track on stage. So like for the percussion, so he has the loop pedals and the microphones. So for the bass and percussion, he beats on his guitar different ways, right? Then he has a keyboard, so like he'll hit the keys and put it in the loop pedal. He does a separate microphone for his backup vocals, right? To do his little backup vocals, right? Then he'll hit like the riff or whatever the repetition is for the guitar, right? And then he has the loop pedals for each sound, and he like adjusts it as the song goes on, and then he'll build the next song in the middle of one song, and like so every single thing you hear is him and just only him,
right there, right on the spot.
Just he does it right. It's fucking insane. Like the talent this dude has. It's crazy.
I believe it.
It's fucking crazy. And then he's like also.
So he didn't have anybody like come out and perform with him or anything.
I don't know if you know his song "Galway Girl."
No.
But he had a chick come out for "Galway Girl," some fiddle player. She fucking shredded the fiddle. Fiddle. It's like a violin.
Okay.
Then. When he did his little opening set, because he just had to do some shit off the whim, he did have a dude come out and play the keyboard, the piano while he was playing the thing. And then he did have a band for probably 20-25% of the songs, but that was just when he's performing his collab songs, like his features and everything. But everything else was all him, like drums, backup vocals, keys, sounds.
So did he have like the works? Was it still like a production? Or
oh yeah.
Yes, it still was.
Oh yeah. The center, it was like a 3D guitar. So he had a center stage that was a circle, and then like he had these massive things that went up like this that were as tall as the stadium. He had 6 of them that went around the stage, and then there was a cylinder. It was like when it was off, it was see through. But this massive cylinder screen that would drop down and cover up the stage and then get pulled up. And then the 6 beams, these giant beams that went up, it was a guitar. So like it had these frets, but the frets were screens. And then hanging from the top were like these 20-foot guitar picks, but the guitar picks were screens. And then so like there's cameras, I don't know what cameras were, but there were cameras everywhere, right? So like all the footage of him was coming up on these 6 guitar picks and the center screen. But but in real time there was special effects and color schemes that matched whatever song he was playing. And then there was fire and fireworks and pyrotechnics and smoke, and It was stupid. And I was probably maybe 15 rows from the 50-yard line. And I bought like close to the stadium parking. $300
For all together?
altogether.
Damn.
Insane.
I wonder why
The dude's humble
I
as
wonder
shit.
why his tickets so cheap.
Because he wants people to come see him. He's not Taylor Swift, and we're going to charge 10 racks.
Morgan Wallen, you know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
He was coming to Virginia Beach, performing at the amphitheater. Lawn seats, $500.
Nah. Because you gotta think, what type of dude does it take to like say, all right, I guess I'll go be my own opening act for these guys and get their money's worth.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell.
He's humble as fuck.
Yeah, he has on a white T-shirt. I don't think I've ever seen him not in a white T-shirt.
Yeah, he wore a black T-shirt for the main performance.
I mean, yeah, he had.
And then he wore a Commanders jersey for like the last section of his performance because it was in FedEx Field.
Oh, okay.
He would like tell stories and shit. Like he would he would tell stories about songs, like shit that you may not have known. He would, he would like, yeah, I wrote this song. I was getting ready for the British equivalent of the Grammys, and my wife called me and said, "Cancel your plans. I have cancer." And she was 6 months pregnant.
Is she still alive?
Yeah, she made it. Right.
I didn't even know he was married.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cool. They're dope as fuck. They're like just.
He seemed like a very tiny person too.
He's 5'8". I had to look it up because I saw him come out. I was like, God damn, how tall is he?
Yeah,
So it's basically like watching you on stage, but
watching what?
You on stage.
Bro, stop.
Or he'd be like,
first of all, no, time out. Bro, no. You're not gonna sit here and act like you tower over me, bro. You like
I do not tower over you.
You're like an inch taller than me.
I'm 3 inches.
You know, no, you only 3 inches taller than me because you always got on ACGs. You ain't got ACGs on now, I know. But you always got ACGs on.
I'm 5'11".
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyways.
Or like he'd be like, yo, because his last album is called Subtract, and it's like a bunch of like sad songs. It's just like depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was dealing with the cancer thing with his wife, who was 6 months pregnant.
So this like just happened.
Yeah, his best friend died of an overdose. So like there was this time between the time he got the news and the time he was throwing dirt on the grave, where he felt like he was just going to see him again, like it wasn't real to him. So he wrote one song about that, and like, so he'd be like tell that story, and like, he's just a chill ass fuck. Oh, he was playing Shape of You, and he's like, the crowd's going nuts, right? It's towards the end of the night, right? And he's playing the big hits, right? He hit the wrong button on the loop pedal with his foot, and the beat just went off, and he was like, I hit the wrong button. I'm in love. But I was like, yeah. Like, he's just
hit the wrong
chill as fuck. Or like, he took a fucking sip of water, and the shit went down the wrong pipe, and he goes, I'm going to burp in the middle of this song. Like, it was like he was performing for 100 people.
Yeah.
But it was like 70, 80,000. It was fucking insane. I can show you, I'm not going to show you a video because I'm on any audio to get this fucking snub, but I'll show you a picture of the set during the day.
Ed Sheeran, I'm very like particular about. Oh shit, it is crazy. I'm very particular. Well, I'm very particular about who I go see in concert. Like I have to listen to them like consistently.
Yeah.
To pay money to go see him in concert, and I don't listen to Ed Sheeran enough.
This is what it looks like at night. There's no filter on that picture.
Yeah, that is dope. The last Ed Sheeran album I heard was the one that's green with like an X on it.
Multiply. So Divide was good. Eagles is good. He finished them. He did his most recent album was Subtract. He did Plus first. He also did like a features album that had like, he was like, I never do features. I want to just go do music with who I want to do it with. So he did that. He never toured that album. He toured it this time, just obviously without the features. One of the things he did, he's like, he writes all his own stuff too. Like, he is a songwriter, so he writes everything. And he's like, one of the cool things about being a songwriter and you get to work with other artists, sometimes, you write something and maybe it's a better fit for this person than it is for you, so you give it off. So, like, I handed this next song to somebody else, and they made it a fucking global phenomenon, but I'm going to perform it because I wrote it. So it's my song. And he performed a fucking Justin Bieber song, Love Yourself. Like, the one that says, like, if you like the way you look so much, then maybe you should go and love yourself. Or go fuck yourself. Anyway, it depends on what part of the verse you're in. He said go fuck yourself too. It's good, man. It was for $300.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Like,
that's cheap.
For the seats I had, and just for the raw talent, and like, I mean, I got a whole extra set that no one else on this tour gets. Like, it was insane, and it was like he really went to show like how like humble he was, because he's thinking everybody goes, this is fucking insane I'm doing.
Yeah. And, he's been out for a while, so
yeah.
If it was gonna get to him or get to his head, it would have been.
Oh yeah.
I like when you hear artists speak and like they understand that it's like it's an honor, it's a pleasure to be able to perform for people.
One thing I didn't like though is he was like he went on this and he was being kind, right? He was being humble, so it was like didn't like about him, but like he was saying how I know people, not everybody here is from DC. I know people travel, like I really appreciate that. No, like you don't got to do that. Like I know you spent your hard-earned money. Yeah, you know what? You spent your life perfecting your like. You didn't just get given a golden ticket and said, "Here, you get to go sell out stadiums now." Like his song that made him big, A-Team, the song that made him big from the Plus album. That song circulated for 3 years before it blew up, and that was after he had done 100 other things. Like, and that goes for anybody. It's not just him. Like any artist, whether or comedian.
Are you saying like that he didn't give himself any credit?
No, I'm saying that people are too entitled that they think they should. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you spend $300 or $500 of your hard-earned money to come see a rich person perform. But guess what? That was an agreement you made. Like, you don't have to like.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because this person also worked very hard. Did you see what the fuck they just did for the last 3 hours? You think that shit happens overnight?
Right.
Like,
that's what you're saying.
All
like,
this,
it's double side. It's like it's twofold.
It's a compromise. Yeah. It's a deal that we make as performers and as consumers. Like, that's the exchange. There shouldn't be like, yes, have gratitude for one another, right? But I shouldn't have to like kiss your feet because you paid all this, your money for your hard money. Yeah. No, you won. You made the choice. You ain't have to come.
Yeah.
Two, I'm holding up mine. Like, he didn't use any of the like state, like obviously like all the stands and shit were open, but like he didn't use the jumbotron. He didn't use the stadium PA system. He used none of that shit. Like, all of it he brought. His set that he paid. That's got to be a multi-million-dollar set.
Absolutely.
Like, especially when you think about like the special effects and the pyrotechnics and all that shit.
I wonder how much he made off of just that performance.
I can tell you this: when he toured his Divide album, it was stadiums. He grossed $500 million.
Woo!
Gross, not net. Gross.
But still
$500 million off of touring.
Right.
And which is impressive because I saw firsthand the amount of fucking.
If he grossed that, he had to make $50 million.
Oh, way more than that.
No, I'm just saying.
He probably netted like. I would say he probably netted like 200.
No, it ain't that high.
I don't. Yeah. I don't think it cost him 300 million, more than 300 million to do that.
I don't know.
Especially considering he doesn't have to pay a band. Like, he does it all.
For some of his songs, he has a band, right?
This is the only time. This tour is the first tour where he actually toured with a band, and he only used them for 20% of the performance. Every other tour, he never used a band because he didn't have those collab albums. It was wild.
I know, bro. Jeez.
It was.
Give me a chance to sniff $500 million. Like, damn, bro. Like, see, I ain't got a talent like that. Like, but also, I don't have the. I wouldn't want to be. Like, I have no desire to be famous. Like, I don't. I think there's a certain priceless tag that you can put. Like being able having the ability to go where you want to go when you want to go and be at peace with and not have to worry from like a security standpoint or just a privacy standpoint. Like that is, I think that is priceless, bro. Like I don't think a lot of people realize. Like no, I know for a fact people don't understand because how like inconsiderate people are of famous people when they see them out in public. Like they don't like no, they don't. They're just so consumed in whatever love or excitement they have from seeing that person that they don't understand. Like, dude, like give them some privacy to do whatever it is that they're doing at that moment, whether you think it's important or not. Like, how would you feel if you're sitting down at dinner and people come, like, you know what I'm saying? People don't take that shit into consideration.
Yeah, 100%.
But I think I have no desire at all to be famous. Now, if I could take the money, that's what I'm about. Give me the money, what? But people, like, I watch like on YouTube and stuff, like people talk about. I was asked like, would you rather be rich or would you rather be famous? I definitely would rather be rich than famous.
Hell yeah.
I would rather continue to walk the streets and nobody know me, and be stupid rich, than not, or be rich and people know me. Like, where however you slice that pie, if people know me, because then people are criticizing everything you do.
It's a weird hobby to have.
What?
Podcasting.
I don't think we'll be famous off of it.
You want it to get big and successful. You want people to subscribe.
But my definition of success isn't big enough to where we're famous. We can be well known, but okay. Yeah, famous, like what I'm saying, like if we go, I don't want it to be like I'm at Walmart and every 2 minutes someone's coming up. But like if I'm at Walmart, I'm like, oh, hey bro, like I watch your podcast, like appreciate you, like can we take a picture? All right, cool. That one thing. But when you imagine, bro, like you like Kanye West or Jay-Z, but like you gotta have armed security. It's levels. Okay, when you get to the level where you gotta have armed security, bro, nah.
I am armed security.
Like when you in the tabloids, nah. I don't want that smoke.
Fuck that.
When you got allegations, nah. What 50 say? 50 what 50 say? You ain't really rich until people start trying to sue you. No, I don't want no problems. Nah. Hell no. I don't need nobody trying to say.
Every time I get sued, I'm countersuing. Every time.
Bro, I'm gonna be petty. I'm being 50-50. Like when
I'm going and I'm showing up to court. I'm not gonna be one of those guys that don't show up. I'm gonna be there.
I want you to know. I want you to know. I'm suing you for 50,000. I don't need that 50,000, but it's of principle, of GP. Hey, nah. I may spend more than the 50,000 in court fee. I don't care. I'm letting you know. Nah. That's like 50 doing that or did. He's waiting for some chick. He sued her.
For like he countersued her. Yeah, and now she can't pay.
Yeah, he gets.
She sued him.
He like, nah, I need that.
Yeah. Monday. Had the money by Monday.
And they like 50. Why? Like you don't. Nah.
I don't care. I don't care. 100%.
I just need you to know.
I'm on that same type of time.
This ain't nothing to play with.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy though. Like. Hold on, before we end, I got 3 questions for you.
Oh, 3? All right. Oh no.
I can't even ask you because in my mind I saw this going like me having a straight face and being able to do it, but I can't. Being in front of you and seeing you. You ain't even said the answers yet, but it's making me laugh now. I'll save it for another time. Oh my goodness.
All right, I guess we'll start episode 27 off with those questions.
Yeah, just don't start about Jews anymore. I don't want to hear that shit.
That's you, man.
What you asked?
That's you.
What'd you say about the Jews?
You're the one that was like, you mean the he said Holocaust. He said hoaxacost. That's what he said.
Bro, that's it.
All right.
Nah, bro.
No.